And once more, we turn another page in the story of Auntie Alice. This following excerpt is taken from the book Legendary Territorians by an NT legend himself in the late Reg Harris. Here is the story of Leo Corbet and William Ricketts, eccentrics at Pitchy Ritchie. Leo Corbet had been an auctioneer in Victoria before seeking quite a life in Central Australia. After Pop Chapman's death, Leo purchased his property, Pearly Gates, removed the Marble Angel and renamed it Pitchy Ritchie, the Aboriginal term meaning gap in the hills, a fitting name given its sweeping view of Heavy Tree Gap in its location. But quite was not to last. A friend from Victoria's Grampians, William Ricketts, arrived. Ricketts had once been a violinist with the Victorian Symphony Orchestra, but at 40 he abandoned music, teaching himself to sculpt. He believed he was the reincarnation of an Aboriginal man and refused to sculpt anyone other than Aboriginal people. One of Ricketts' earliest works was the recreation of the bust of a tribal elder, which caused something of an alarm. When Ricketts completed the eyes by pressing his fingers into the clay, onlookers believed he had created life and fled into the bush. Ricketts later travelled widely through Aboriginal settlements, sculpting and often giving away his earnings or spending them on food for communities. When his funds ran low, he produced smaller works which Leo then sold for £10 to £15. Ricketts disliked commercial success, once telling Leo that if a particular piece was popular, he would simply stop making it. Many of his larger works were displayed at Pitchy Ritchie, though he refused to sculpt non-Aboriginal figures. He included himself in several works claiming spiritual identity. He reportedly even declined a commission to sculpt the Queen because she was not Indigenous. Ricketts later returned to Victoria's Dandenongs, where he established a similar sculpture park and passed away in 1992. Leo expanded the property into a historical collection, travelling the territory gathering memorabilia, often by charm rather than cash. Financial pressures, however, made maintaining the collection difficult. During the 9-year drought of the 1950s, for example, Leo began feeding struggling bird life. After writing to a southern newspaper seeking help, tons of bird seed were reportedly air freighted to Alice Springs, sustaining the birds until the drought eventually broke. Leo had become one of the most earliest of conservationists. When rock crushing began at Heavy Tree Gap, he stood alone in protest. Dismissed as eccentric, he outmanoeuvred authorities by pegging a miner's lease over the quarry site, temporarily halting operations. Relations with quarry operator Johnny Ronberg never really recovered, especially after loudspeakers from the nearby caravan park blasted music towards Pitchy Ritchie. Leo retaliated with amplified ABC radio plays, though visitors found them entertaining rather than annoying. Eventually, restrictions were placed on the park's amplified music. Eccentric all the way to the end. Leo once confronted 2 burglars in his home, berated them for targeting a poor old man instead of a bank, made them boil the kettle and ordered them to wash the dishes before leaving. Visitors paid a 20-cent honour system entry to view the park, though Leo was quick to challenge anyone who underpaid. Leo eventually died in winter, requesting a 7 a.m. funeral, reasoning that few would attend in the early morning cold.
Join us next time for more stories and Legendary Territorians by Reg Harris.